Now it's time for a speed test. What we're going to do is a full throttle launch with the Air65 followed by just a high speed pass. See how fast we can get this little guy going. So this isn't just another drone in my collection. This is actually my first Tinywhoop, and it's also my first analog FPV drone. So before this, my smallest drone would have been the iFlight Alpha A65, which you saw there in the comparison. And all my drones have been digital up until this one. Now for the longest time, I thought that, once you go digital, you can't go back. And, there's no sense in going to an analog drone after you've enjoyed, a digital DVR feed. But I'll tell you, that's definitely not the case. What I think I like the most about this Air65 from BETAFPV is its simplicity. Number one, it doesn't have all those bells and whistles that make the drone super expensive. This drone costs right around $100, that's USD. It's super easy to take apart and fix things. And it's easy to tell what's broken. It doesn't have all these things going on inside of it that you can't even see, and you crash and it doesn't work, and then you have to take the entire thing apart. You can literally see every part of this drone just by looking at it without taking it apart. So super repairable, super affordable, and this drone can definitely take a hit. It only weighs 25 grams, and that's with a battery attached. There's not going to be much force behind it when you do make impact with something, and chances are it's just going to bounce off and be fine. Now let's talk about how this thing flies, and specifically how I fly it. What I mean by that is this drone only cost $100. It didn't cost $500 or $600 like some of my other FPV drones. And when I'm flying them, I have a reservation where I will hold back from doing certain things out of fear of damaging that really expensive drone. With this little guy only costing $100 and being super small and generally able to bounce off of things without any damage, I find that I do a lot of maneuvers and more risky things that I would never even think of doing with my more expensive drones. Whether that translates to you or not, I can't say, but personally that has been a huge new open door for me. I find myself doing power loops and things that I would not have ever thought of doing with my other drones, threading gaps that I didn't even know existed on my own property. So the tiny little whoop that I'm holding in my hands has opened up a whole new world of opportunity and enjoyment for me just in my own yard, really, and beyond. So that alone has made it totally worth it for me. And it is totally an awesome addition to my drone collection, and I actually find that I'm going for this guy more than all of my other more expensive drones now. Talking about performance, how it actually feels to fly this thing. Gotta say, I was super surprised by how responsive and punchy this thing is. It's a 1S drone, it weighs 25 grams, and it literally fits in the palm of your hand. The fact that it can rip the way that it does. Now this is the freestyle version, not the racing version. You don't need the racing version to go fast. The thing has so much power. The thrust to weight ratio of this is absolutely off the charts. You saw that video where this thing just skyrockets into the sky full throttle. It's insane. And for this tiny of a drone to feel the way that it does while you're flying it, you have so much control. It's so responsive and so punchy. It's just a blast to fly, and it just keeps blowing me away. So yeah, I recommend the Air65 here from BETAFPV. Whether it's your first drone and you're just getting into FPV drones, or it's your 10th drone and you're looking for something new. But definitely yes, if you don't have a Tinywhoop and you want to see what it's all about. I'm surprised I waited as long as I did to get into Tinywhoops, and I kind of wish I would have done it a lot sooner because this has now become like my go-to drone. So yes, I totally recommend it, and the cost of entry is so affordable compared to the alternatives out there. So totally recommend it, BETAFPV Air65. If you do want to get one of these for yourself and you want to support my channel, I have an affiliate link in my description of this video. That helps me out, I get a cut of that commission. Go ahead and throw a like on the video if you enjoyed, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.